Years ago, I went on a hike, feeling on top of the world. I remember saying out loud, "My life is perfect. There's nothing about it I would change." I never walked down that mountain. And in fact, I was life flighted off after being flipped over on a four-wheeler, paralyzing me instantly. In the hospital was really where things got disabling. I remember my stepdad coming in for the first time and seeing me in my wheelchair. And he couldn't even look at me. He kept avoiding me, his eyes just drenched in tears. And then on the other hand was my dad, who said, when you came to and I realized your hands were still working, I was so grateful because then it meant you could take a gun to your head. But I didn't blame either of these men. You see, they were simply acting out how I was already thinking and feeling inside. Because it's not so much a story that disables us, it's the story we have around what has happened that will take us out. A few years later, I came up with something for myself. I ended up calling it my iconic identity. I called her Vertical Blonde. It was the who I decided to be through this, realizing that instead of feeling disabled by the story, I could start to take ownership of it. I started living in anticipation for the life I wanted, not the life I thought I was destined for. And I became the living proof of what happens when you own your story. It no longer owns you, and you go from feeling like I can't to living like an icon.